What's going on, guys? I'm here with one of our clients, Anthony from anthonybmedia.com, who just closed an 8.5K monthly retainer. What's going on, dude? How are you?
What's up, Eric, man? Glad to be here.
Happy to have you, dude. I guess for anybody who maybe doesn't know you, do you mind maybe giving us a little bit of backstory on you, kind of your brand, how you got started, and kind of what that looks like?
Yeah, of course. So I actually been doing videos since maybe 2015, but I was working for companies, so like Fortune 500 companies, helping them with multimedia things, graphic design, video. And then in 2022, I decided to step out on my own, and I've been doing it ever since. So in the beginning, not so well, but after joining with you guys, I've learned a few things and stepping my game up, trying to start scaling now, which is scary for me. But luckily, you guys have videos on that too, which I might say I haven't got to, and I really need to get into those videos because
I'm going to tell you to get into them, dude.
it's been a struggle. So that's why, yeah. So I've been going through the program, learned a whole bunch about offers. You guys have helped me know how to sell my offers, and yeah, man, it's been a blessing and super helpful.
And so what, have you done retainers before? Is this your first retainer? What's kind of your background with that?
No, so I was currently working like project based. So
Okay.
people would contact me for a specific video project. I would quote them on that project and move on to the next one,
Yeah.
find out what the next one's going to be whenever it came. And that's how I was working. So
What had
learning,
you want to switch over to retainers instead of just doing kind of the same
it
old, same
wasn't
old?
even really something that I was thinking about until I joined your guys' program. So when I started, when I joined Master Filmmakers and I saw how you guys were training us up into, have sort of the retainer 3 month, 6 month, 12-month program, I was like, hey, this is kind of awesome. I need to start pitching these types of things.
Yeah.
And essentially that's what helped me to land the retainer that I got now.
It's a pretty decent sized retainer too. What were the one-off projects like? What were those prices at? What did that kind of look like when you were doing more of those?
So I sort of had like an hourly rate that I would, set for videography and then editing based on whatever type of editing they needed. So I would have like a $250 an hour videography, and then I would charge editing as, based on the time of the video that they needed edited. And that's kind of how I was doing things. And it wasn't really enough.
I'm sure Ethan talked to you. He's like, "What are you doing with this? Why are you charging hourly?" And then now to 8.5K a month, man. That's a huge jump. I love that.
Definitely a huge jump. And it's taken a lot of stress off my back. That's for sure. So
I was going to say a little bit more consistency and getting paid more for the same thing is not a bad thing at all. And what were some of the things that you kind of came into the program? Like, what were some of the problems you had prior to joining? Like, what are some of those things that you were kind of working on, would you say?
Yeah, some of the problems that I was dealing with was basically I wasn't charging enough, and because I didn't really have a reference point to know how much I should be charging. So that was very helpful in your guys' program to know, like, okay, I can be charging this much.
When you see people closing 70K, 100K deals, you're like, man, I got to think bigger. And that's for me too. When I joined programs, I'm like, man, I got to charge more. Like, what am I doing?
For sure. And I was I was probably reaching out to the wrong clients too.
What kind of clients were you working with?
Just like regular mom and pop people, just, more individuals who were starting businesses, which I love working with and helping, but they didn't necessarily have the budget to afford what
the market
I
makes a
be
huge
charging.
difference, man. Yeah. If you're not working with the right people, you can work your ass off and not make enough money, right? It's like what just for people, maybe for clarity, what kind of client is this 8.5K a month one? Like, what kind of business?
So this client is in the health and wellness.
Okay.
Which is it's a niche that you guys suggested that I should try, because you guys suggest a few niches that are the best niches to sort of get into, and there's a lot of this niche in wherever you live, really, because I'm in Michigan, so there's definitely a lot of health and wellness.
Are you in a small town in Michigan? Or are you in a big town? Like, what would you say, like the average kind of?
Relatively small. I'm close to Detroit, so Detroit is technically a big city, but I'm about 30 to 40 minutes away from Detroit, and it's been.
I was gonna say, because there's some people who we talk to like, man, I don't think this is gonna work in a small town. Like, I don't think there's businesses, but like, you're a perfect example of like 8.5K a month with like, is it just like a local kind of business, or what's the kind of?
So they're very local. They actually have clinics nationally, though.
Okay.
They're just headquartered here. So that also, helped to the fact that they were able to sign off on a big number like that, because they have multiple locations that they're going to essentially need help with. So, yeah, man.
It's huge. I mean, if you can keep that going, like it's over 100K a month or 100K a year from one client. It's like, dude, if you have 10 clients paying you 100K a year, you're making $1 million a year with 10 clients. So it's like, I think sometimes people don't think through, like, man, I need so many clients to hit $1 million a year, but it's like, you literally need 10 paying you 8K a month. That's it, right?
Yeah, for
And I
sure.
think a lot of people don't do that math. They're like, man, I got to work my ass off. It's like, no, you just have to provide value. You can build a team around that. And then when you have that consistent retainer, it's like you can hire people to do all the work for you, knowing that the check's coming in next month, right? I think a lot of people kind of struggle with that. But I guess like how did you find us, I guess, in the first place? Was it like my annoying ads? Was it like what was the kind of thing that got you to master filmmaker in the first place? I'm curious.
Well, Eric, that's kind of a reason why I was so nervous before this call is because you're kind of a celebrity. I don't know if you know
God,
for
man.
for
Right. I'm just the annoying guy on Instagram, dude. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Videographers like me see your ads like every day, just so you know. So so I was seeing you like all the time pop up on my Facebook feed, and I was like, one day I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and check out what these guys have to offer. And I do not. I'm very happy that I did that.
We're happy to have you. I'm very happy to have you. I love it. And I guess like last question, I'll wrap it up. But I guess if anybody's maybe like, well, actually one question before that, I guess, where do you feel like you might've been if you hadn't made the jump, right? If you hadn't done this, because it's scary to invest in yourself. It's scary to make a jump into a program, change things up from hourly or gig work or whatever. Like, where do you feel like you might've been if you hadn't done that or made that jump?
If I hadn't made that jump, I probably would have been doing the same thing that I was doing, going from project to project, not knowing where my next project was coming from, and so maybe struggling to pay the bills if I didn't sign up for 100 different little projects to pay my bills.
For sure. Yeah. And this is the actual last question, but I guess if anybody's maybe on the fence about just booking a call, seeing if it's for them, what advice would you tell them kind of being on the other side at this point?
I would say do it. Do it. If you have a video business and you are confident in your skills and you think that you can provide the work, do the work, then I would say hop in, because really it's up to you how much you're willing to learn and how much you're willing to do in this program, and that's how far you're going to go.
For sure. And where can people find you and your production company?
Yeah, so if anybody's in Michigan and you want to work with me, you can look up anthonybmedia.com, and I'll be happy to help you with any video needs that you have.
Let's go. I love it, Anthony. I'm going to let you get back to closing deals. I appreciate your time. We'll talk to you in a bit, dude.
Bye, Eric.
Sweet, dude.